The full How to Play It Today breakdown is linked in the description on their check.com. But for my hero, the better question is brutally simple. Should most people go looking for it at all? Probably not. This is a Sega arcade curiosity with messy legal access and sharp difficulty. Not a lost essential that modern players need to chase. The reason to play my hero today is narrow but real. If you are interested in early Sega arcade design, or you already have access through official hardware, it is worth sampling as a compact piece of 1985 action history. It has that blunt arcade rhythm. Move forward, read the spacing, commit to attacks, get punished fast. That can be interesting. It can also be exhausting. For a modern first-time player, my hero is not friendly. The field action is harsh, deaths come quickly, and the game expects you to learn, through failure, more than comfort. If you are looking for a smooth, retro brawler, this is not the obvious pick. If you want a clean legal digital purchase, it is also not the obvious pick. The value here is more like I want to understand this corner of Sega's arcade catalogue, not I need my next great weekend game. So who is it for? Sega arcade enthusiasts, Astro City Mini owners, and retro players with a high tolerance for stiff, punishing design. Who should skip it? Most casual retro curious players. There are better ways to spend that energy unless this specific game, or this slice of Sega history, is the point. Legally, the cleanest official modern route found in the dossier is the arcade version included on Sega's Astro City Mini. That matters, because this is not a case where the original is sitting in front of most players as an easy standalone digital buy. The US limited run games listing for Astro City Mini was sold out at the time of the availability check, and no clearly verified standalone official digital storefront option was found. So the practical recommendation is awkward. The best version is the arcade version, but there is no great low-friction mainstream path to it. If you already own an Astro City Mini, that is the route. If you do not, this becomes harder to recommend immediately. The Master System, or Sega Mark III, version matters mostly as a warning. It is historically relevant, and it is the version many people may associate with the name My Hero Sega, but it is not the version most people should prioritize. The dossier notes that the home version is cut down, compared with the arcade game, omitting sections that appear in the arcade version. So if you are choosing based on the game itself rather than Master System curiosity, the arcade version is the better target. That is the trade-off in one sentence. The arcade version is the one to play, but the easiest legal route is not easy enough to make this a broad recommendation. Before starting, understand the real barrier. It is not complicated controls or deep systems. It is difficulty and pain points. My Hero is the kind of arcade game where spacing matters immediately, where one bad move can end a run, and where progress comes from learning how enemies react. Do not approach it like a modern BTM up, where you can improvise your way through crowds. Approach it like a short, hostile arcade challenge. Use jump kick spacing carefully. Expect cheap feeling moments. Expect repetition. And if you are playing through an official collection device with save support, do not treat that as a moral failure. For most modern players, convenience is the difference between briefly appreciating the game and bouncing off it in 5 minutes. So, is My Hero still worth playing? Selectively, it is worth playing if you already have access, care about Sega arcade history, and want to see the fuller arcade version rather than a compromised home conversion. It is hard to recommend if you are simply looking for a good retro action game to start today. My Hero deserves explanation more than celebration. The right answer is not never play it. The right answer is do not chase it unless the access friction and the arcade punishment are part of what you came for. For the full legal access breakdown, use the theircheck.com page linked in the description.